Hello, this is Julie Hogue with the Vegetarians and Meat Lovers Split Table Recipes podcast, where I give you recipes where you can easily, without having to be a short order cook, make meals for a family or a group of people that have vegetarians and meat eaters in them. How do you make a hybrid recipe or a split table recipe? It's really not that hard. You just have to plan ahead. And there's certain meals that work better for it than others. This particular recipe is a vegetarian pasta salad. It's a Zesty Veggie Italian pasta salad. It's really good. Now, if you really do want to add some meat to this, it's very simple to split it in the end and add like pepperoni or salami or something, cooked chicken. So it's really very easy. So like some of the things I will say about how to cook this way is add the meat last, right? Like you could just make your recipe, then split it. And then you can have a vegetarian bowl of it and a meat-containing bowl of it. So this is one way that makes it easy to cook for two different diets in one meal. And how easy is that? I mean, pepperoni is already ready, right? Salami is already ready. If you happen to have leftover chicken from another meal, grilled chicken or something, that's easy to add too. So keeping those extra meats on hand or freezer extra meats for things like this make it very easy for you to be able to provide meals for families or groups of people that really want two different types of diet, right? Meat and meatless. So this is really easy. Okay, so what do you need for this one? It's really good too. So I love easy and good, right? Easy and good. Quick, fast, simple, easy, good. Zesty Veggie Italian pasta salad. You need Italian dressing, like the dry mix is what I use, the packet, which is usually, from what I've seen, they're around like 0.7 ounces. And then 1/4 cup white vinegar, 1/2 cup olive oil, and then 8 ounces of cheese crumbles, Feta cheese that is, and 1 tablespoon freeze-dried chives. You could substitute real chives if you want, but usually you're going to use more than 1 tablespoon then because they're not dried, right? So you probably want more than that, maybe like 3 tablespoons, I'm guessing, 2 minimum. 1/4 cup grated 3 cheese blend, the Parmesan, Romano, and Asiago. 1 tablespoon lemon juice. It's about from 1 lemon or get the pre-squeezed. That's fine too. Fresh is always yummier, but it works just fine either way. 1 tablespoon of minced onions, like those dried onions. Or you could, if you're going to use regular onions, I would do a little bit more, like, maybe 2 tablespoons. And then 1 teaspoon seasoned salt and 1 tablespoon Italian seasoning. Now you're going to want a lot of grape tomatoes, 4 cups sliced, 1 cup sliced baby carrots, and 1/2 cup diced onion. So this is an addition. So if you're going to do fresh onion the whole way through, you can do that. But I do this recipe calls for the minced onions, which are dry, 1 tablespoon, and then 1/2 cup diced onion. I mentioned the onions before earlier. And 2 cups broccoli florets and 1 pound of elbow pasta. Now, if you were trying to write that down, good for you. That's too hard to do. I was talking way too fast. So you can check down the podcast show notes where you can easily find that so that you have reference to it and you don't have to sit there and be scrambling writing all this down when I'm talking too fast for you. I listened to myself the other day when I was doing it. I'm like, I can't even write this down. I can't even write down how fast I write or how fast I speak. I can't do it. So those are all the ingredients you're going to need. And so this is how you're going to do it. You're going to cook your pasta, obviously, and drain it. Cool. And then you're going to take the ingredients that I'm going to list and you're going to whisk them together. A whisk is a wonderful thing because it can combine the powder into the liquids very nicely instead of making, sometimes it'll make these like little pockets of dryness, it protects itself, these like little floating islands of floating grouped, powder. And they're hard to break up, but the whisk can help that break up. So you don't have those little floating islands of little pockets of the powder. So Italian dressing packet, the dry dressing recipe mix, and then the 1/4 cup white vinegar, 1/2 cup olive oil, the dried chives, the freeze-dried chives, and the lemon juice, and the tablespoon of minced onions, and a teaspoon of seasoned salt, and the tablespoon of Italian seasoning. That was the last ingredient, and I'm hoping I mentioned that earlier. But it doesn't matter because you can see it down in the podcast show notes. Hopefully I didn't skip over that one. I've been known to do that when I'm in a hurry. So you whisk all those things together, and that's your dressing, right? Again, that's the Italian dressing, vinegar, olive oil, freeze-dried chives, lemon juice, minced onions, the fresh ones, seasoned salt, and Italian seasoning. And so you whisk that all together, do all that. I don't know why I just made that sound. It was just like hit me. And it probably sounds really weird. And I'm sorry if it sounds weird in your ear. Okay, then you're going to whisk it so it's really good. You got to whisk it aggressively, like I said, to break up those little powder islands that are floating in there. Then you're going to combine the tomatoes, onions, cheeses, carrots, broccoli in a large bowl and stir those all together. And then you're going to, drizzle your dressing over that. And I always give it a good, stir with the whisk before you pour it so that the stuff is like floating, because a lot of times with gravity, those seasonings might settle to the bottom of the bowl. So if you stir it right before you put it on there, it's more likely going to be up in the solution and be less scraping to get that out of the bowl. And then you just stir it together. Like that's easy, right? And generally with the pasta salad, you can eat it right away, but it is, the whole idea of pasta salad often is this cold pasta salad. So you put it in the fridge for a little bit. You don't have to. You really don't have to. You can eat it warm if you really wanted to. But so actually, we've done it both ways. When I've made it ahead of time, then I get it in the fridge to chill and let the flavors mingle. But we've also eaten it warm. Like if I make it too late and close to the meal, then I just leave it on the counter and we eat it slightly warm. It's not like hot usually, because usually don't do it that close to the time of the meal. But so it's good either way is my point. You can eat it cold, or you can have it warm. It's really good either way. So pasta salads are a great thing to have. We love them at our house because we have them at the meal and then you can stick them in the fridge. And they're great to add to any meal, right? Like they're a side dish that's already ready. Great for a side dish with a sandwich for lunch the next day or add to the next dinner. And it's just something that's like already ready, there and good. And you don't even need to heat it up. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but most of the time you eat pasta salad cold. So it's just like open the fridge, take it out, plop it in a bowl. Hey, you're ready to eat. So it's a great leftover as well. And we really enjoy it. I really like to do it too because it's a nice vegetarian side option. Obviously, you can make 2 portions. Like I said, you can have a meat portion and a non-meat portion. So it's really just a very versatile thing that you can have whenever and you can add to any meal. And it's a great leftover. So it's a favorite at our house to have pasta salads. And again, very versatile. You can make the whole thing meat if you want. Everybody likes meat in your family, which maybe they do, maybe they don't, but you're listening to this podcast, so I'm guessing you know a vegetarian who you're trying to cook for. Anyway, it's really an easy way to cook, and it's one that I really like. The Italian dressing mix is a great thing to add to different things. If you ever added that to potatoes, that is really good too. And the other recipe that I really love, which I'm going to make probably tonight when we have our meal, is you putting it over broccoli and then roasting it. That's really good in the oven. You need a little bit of oil. I have to get my recipe for that, but it's so simple. You can just try it even with that if you wanted to. Oil and the Italian seasoning, whisk it together, mix it with the broccoli, roast it. Like very, very good and very easy and simple. I'm all about simple in this busy life, right? Speaking of busy life, it's been a great week. Our son got to go to the robotics tournament, the Worlds, they call it, in Houston. They made it to the Worlds, which was so amazing. And so they got to take the trip to Houston. They did really well. They made 13th in their division. And they were so close. The next one listed, they make alliances for the finals. And they were literally the next team listed in the alliance choosing when they were full. So they missed it by like one choice, which really is tough. But they did amazing. They had a great time. And what an amazing thing they do for kids in doing this robotics program. And kids come from all around the world. It's an amazing thing and something that I just think is just wonderful that we provide for kids. A way to be on a team, a way to work together and learn about other cultures. They're meeting people from all around the world in this world of divisive things that are happening. It's something where kids are coming together and they're meeting other people from around the world, all interested in making robots. It's very amazing. It's something uplifting and happy. So I had to mention that. It is the weekend here in Minnesota. It's still a little bit chilly. I got to say, it's still a little bit chilly. I'm waiting for that lovely May to come in where we can have some actual warm weather. We've had a few teasers this spring where it got really warm, but it hasn't lasted and the temperature has taken dives. So we're ready for spring. And wherever you are, I hope you're enjoying spring. I hope you're seeing lots of lovely flowers. We have green grass, though. Just one nice thing is that we do have green grass. We have a few flowers. They're starting to come. And spring showers bring May flowers. So we're waiting for those flowers to cheer us up, right? And I think next time I might do another podcast episode about another pasta salad. I really like pasta salads for summer too. For some reason, they're just really nice, and maybe it's because it's hot, and pasta salads are easy to bring anywhere, the picnics and all of that. They're very much more seem summery to me, like a summery dish, a summery food, and they're very great for picnics, I guess. So that's what makes them great, because you don't have to serve them hot either. They are usually cold, so you need a cooler to keep them cold, but great option. Well, thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a wonderful start to May. Take care. Bye-bye now.